Hey, what is up? I am here in the Buzz studio. We have 1,000,001 questions coming at you today. So buckle up, get some popcorn. It's going to be a ride.
We've been through a lot to get to this point, but now we're finally on the same page.
We may have settled things in the valley, but now we have to be ready for whatever the world throws at us.
I actually did my audition literally the week before filming. They had been looking everywhere. They originally were looking for a very specific person, but they weren't fighting that at all, so they opened it up to everyone. And that's when I came in. In the audition room, there were only about like 3 or 4 other people in the waiting room. And I did my audition. I did the cafeteria scene where we first meet Dimitri, where I'm talking about hand jobs. It was great. I just went into the room with one lady. I did it twice, and yeah, I got the call that weekend that I was going to be flying out to film, and that's when I met my co-stars and everything. I didn't do any chemistry reads. It was insane. I didn't realize what kind of fandom we had until we came to Netflix, because when we were on YouTube, it was kind of an underground sort of a thing. You know, the super fans were in there, but then when it became worldwide, it just really opened up my eyes. I think since this is something that's been around for so many years, it's really kind of cultivated like a community of just a wide range of like age groups, different kinds of people. It really kind of created a melting pot. And I think we get that on set too. We have a crazy variety of people on set. I love everyone there. But yeah, they're cool. And they also know karate, our fans. I mean, what's not badass about karate, right? I grew up watching it with my dad. He was the one that kind of introduced me to this. And so getting to kind of take him on set and introduce him to Ralph Macchio and William Zabka, it was kind of a dream come true. We film in Atlanta, so he had to fly out. He stayed a week there, and I showed him around set. I was like, this is, the Cobra Kai dojo. Isn't that awesome? And it was just a real treat. But yeah, that was kind of my preparation, because when I first did the audition, I had no idea where this character would go. They just kind of described him as this nerdy sort of a guy, and I never would have thought that I'd be competing in a world tournament for karate. I'm not a very physically active person in my day-to-day life, so I definitely had to do a lot of training on that end. But we have a really good group of stunt people, and they train us like every day. It's a workout, man. Like, it's crazy.
Everyone I know who has participated in this has horror stories. This thing is intense, unpredictable. People have died. Move! Who's ready for that?
Wait, ready for the tournament or to die?
I've been taking Krav Maga. I took that before I got Dimitri. Krav Maga it's an Israeli sort of fighting technique. It's more like Street Fighter. So you're not going to be doing any like fancy tornado kicks or roundhouses, but you might kick someone in the groin. It's that kind of stuff. But I definitely do want to rise up in the ranks and get a black belt. I'm really sad I didn't do it as soon as I got Dimitri, because 6 years later, here we are. I'd be a black belt. I could do a backflip right here for you. But maybe in 6 more years we'll talk.
Alexopoulos has Robson on the ropes. Which of these fighters will advance? Miyagi-Do, all-star karate.
I hate to admit it, he is very similar to myself. I don't get beat up nearly as often as Dimitri does, so that's good. And I don't know. Yeah, I'm very similar to him. He's a more dry, sarcastic version of myself. And he's a better fighter than me, too, now. So, I mean, I don't think I could compete on an international level like he can. So, I'm proud of him. But, I mean, having 6 years to kind of develop this character has really been a dream come true as an actor. It's what I think everyone would love to do, and I'm very grateful to be able to bring that character to life and discover new things along the way. I really do see a lot of myself in Dimitri. And so any other part I would play would be just kind of myself. I love the character a lot, but I think I am ready to kind of move on to other things, but I'll always be a sarcastic nerd at heart. That's who I am. But I did do a movie where I actually got to play the bad boy in a horror film. I won't spoil what happens to my character, but that was really fun to get to do. I did that in between season 5 and 6. I don't think it's out yet, but that was really fun. Well, so I started acting when I was 8 years old. My parents, they actually met in an acting class. And my dad proposed in that acting class. He during an exercise got down on one knee, pulled out the ring and everything. So acting has always kind of been in my family, but they never pressured me or pushed me to do that. They were like, no, if he wants to do it, he can, but we're not gonna force him to do it. And one day I was just kind of like, well, I want to try my hand at it, let's give it a shot. And so my mom put me in my best little button-up shirt. We took pictures in the backyard, sent that out to agents and managers, and did a bunch of short films, student short films for free, just to kind of figure out if I enjoyed it and build a resume. And yeah, here I am now. I'm 23. I clearly still enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. I'm really getting into writing and creating my own things now. I'm working on a movie right now. I have a couple of different TV show pilots that I've been working on. I just really like the idea of creating my own thing, because I got to see John, Josh, and Hayden, who are the creators of the show, I got to see them bring their project, their baby, to life over 6 years, and it was really cool to see. So I'd like to nurture something like that and kind of foster my own group or community. I think that would be really cool. And it would just be great to stay active and do things like that. I think it would be really fun. My Instagram is just my first and last name, Gianni DeCenzo. I'm there. My latest post is of my Halloween costume. I made a giant pumpkin head. So, tell me how good that is, please. I need your approval. But yeah, follow me. I'm there. Hi, my name is Gianni DeCenzo, and you have just been buzzed. Yeah!
I think we have our strongest team.
I think they can handle anything.
Bitch, don't you know I know karate?